Hey, I'm Billy of the Fuji Guys, here to give you an unboxing of the brand new Fujifilm X-E2 camera. This is Fuji's compact system camera that uses interchangeable lenses. The X-E2 is an update from the X-E1. It has a lot of refinements, but also utilizes a couple of newer technologies like the X-Trans 2 CMOS sensor, APS-C CMOS sensor, as well as the EXR processor 2 chip, which allows for faster processing times and increases autofocus time, of course, with the phase detection pixels. So let's take a look at this kit. This camera does come with a body only as well if you wanted to do that. I'm just unboxing the one that comes with the XF18 to 55mm f2.8 to f4 LM OIS lens. So the R basically is the radius for the aperture. It's very rounded. LM is the motor focusing motor that's being used, so it's a linear motor, and OIS stands for optical image stabilization. Optical image stabilization, so it has it built in onto the lens itself. So let's take a look at the contents. This is the black version of this, but there's also a two-tone silver and black that you can also buy as a kit. So you have your standard owner's manual. It does come with the software CD as well. The CD itself contains PDF of the owner's manual in various languages. If you wanted to look at, depending on the country that you purchase it from, it may have owner's manual packaged in, but if you speak a different language, you can check it out, of course, on the CD itself. Okay, so I'll put that aside for now. It's not much of interest on that point. Now let's put it this way. The contents of the box, that's the cover. I'm going to put aside. Let's get right on to the camera itself. This is the brand new X-E2 camera in black. So you got this void sticker that you got to tear off. There we go. It's quite nice, quite beautiful. I mean, it is the same design size as the X-E1, but there's some new layout configuration on the camera. Quite nice. I actually enjoyed the X-E1, so the X-E2 to me is going to fit my needs perfectly, especially with the faster focusing and some of the refinements that have been done. Again, I do have videos on talking about some of these refinements and some of the controls, but let's just unbox the camera first and see what else is there. You got the lens. This is, I call this a kit lens. It's an 18 to 55. F2.8 to f4. Truthfully though, this is not a kit lens. The quality of this lens is absolutely amazing. It's aluminum. You got Fujinon glass. That's the cap, of course. The cap itself is 58mm, has a 58mm thread. You got the body cap there, metal mounts. This is an XF lens. Again, you got the aperture controls, manual and automatic, the OIS controls. You got your variable aperture ring, you got your zoom ring, and you got your manual focusing ring. Again, this is no kit, let me tell you. The quality of this lens, the bokeh that it produces, the sharpnesses that it produces, this is, personally, if you were to buy this camera, you don't have any Fuji cameras that have lenses, I would buy the kit. You're getting a huge deal on this lens, just alone. Now this is the hood. The hood, not much to talk about other than it helps to prevent, of course, light from incorrect angles to go into the camera to cause internal flares. You match the dots with the line in the front, and by doing so, it clicks in place. You can also reverse the lens as well, so you can actually stick it in here and then, again, reverse that. I always have a tough time doing this, so sometimes I just shake it a little bit, and there you go, it's locked in place. And of course, you stick that in your camera bag, you can put it there, and it becomes a lot smaller, right? So let's just mount the camera quickly, taking the lens cap off and taking the body cap off. Again, you expose the X-Trans CMOS sensor there. You match the orange tab with the orange tab on the body, and you line it up, and it clicks in place, as you can see, okay? I'm gonna leave the cap off. And I'm going to take the lens hood off as well, make it easier for me to demo this. And these two caps can actually attach together if you want to store that in your camera bag. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other contents in this camera. I'm going to take a bunch of these stuff out and I'll talk about them. You got the battery. It's getting a little messy here, sorry. This is the MPW126 battery. It's the same one found on the X-E1 and also the X Pro one. And again, this battery has a 12 1260 milliamp hour capacity. Charge it up for 4.5 to 5 hours at first, but there is some charge to it. I'll leave that aside. You have your charger. So the charger itself, again, is a BCW126 charger. You match the battery contacts in, and that's how you charge it. I don't think it can go in any other direction, as you can see, so don't try to force it in. Okay? And of course, there'll be a cable for that, which I'm going to grab in a second. This little package here is basically the lug nuts, I guess, for the strap attachment. So it comes with these two protective leatherette protectors for these triangle rings. So the triangle rings go on the side of this camera like that. And this tool from Fuji can be used to help lift the ring up. So you would slide it in place like that. And as you can see, it opens up a little bit. And now it makes it easier to slide it through the rings on the camera. So that's what that tool is for, if you are curious. And of course, that's the other triangle for the opposite side. Opening up the box, contents, there's more stuff here. I think that's it. You got the adapter cable for the charger. And depending on the country that you, of course, purchase the camera from, the plug adapter might be different. So this is, of course, a North American plug, but in Europe, you have, of course, the round pointy plugs, and in other countries, different configurations. Okay. You got the strap for the camera. It's not the greatest of straps, by all means, but it will do, and it's free, of course. And again, using those tools here, you can attach that onto the camera. It says Fujifilm. I know most of you guys who have or are planning to purchase this camera will most likely buy your own strap for it, like I do. I actually have a quick release that attaches to the bottom of the tripod. Makes it easier for me to take with me everywhere. So that is the content. Let's get this camera up and running. On the bottom of the camera, you got the battery cover. Let's open it up. And from there, you have access to the battery and the memory card. You want to match the orange square with the orange tab, like that, with the contacts going inwards. Once it's locked in place, the battery should stay in place. You would lift the tab down and it pops out open, okay? And now the battery's going to come out. So that's number one. Number two, you need to have a memory card. Now it does have a small internal memory, but it doesn't include, of course, an SD card. I highly recommend you buy the fastest card possible. Generally I say class 6 card or higher, and a capacity of 16 gigabytes or higher. For this XE2, go big. If you can buy a 32 gig card, an SD XE card, maybe 64 gigs, do it, because this camera's going to need it. When you shoot RAW, when you shoot HD videos, it's going to eat up a lot of that card space. And with a camera, a digital camera, you take a lot of shots, okay? So I highly recommend that. It supports SD, SDHC, SDXC, and even the ultra high speed cards as well. So you can take full advantage of the speeds if you use the faster card. I'm going to stick this one into the camera for now. Okay, so the lens is attached. The camera is I guess, ready to go. I can turn on it by turning on the switch. If it's the very first time, it's going to come up with some initial setup, like the language. I'm going to select English and the date. Now, if you accidentally push OK on the date, you can go back into the menu later, into the setup menu, and change the date and time later on, okay? So the camera's ready to go, actually. I can take a photo by pushing the shutter button halfway down and all the way down to take the picture. As you can see, the focal plane shutter that you hear there opens and closes to let light onto the sensor. Still quiet than most DSLRs. And again, if you want to shoot high-speed mode, you can click the drive mode, select some of the high-speed options, and you can hear. Quite nice, up to 7 frames a second. And of course, you can still do things as it writes to the card. This is why I mean you want a fast card, because you can see it does write, and if you're shooting RAWs, it's going to take longer, but with a faster card, you're going to benefit from that, okay? To do videos, I guess, if that's what your plan is, you can click on the drive mode and you can go through these menus and scroll down to the video option. I do have other videos that show you how to use some of the features on this camera, but again, this is the video mode. You push it to start and you push it to stop. You can obviously zoom in, zoom out. And talking about zoom, that's of course how you zoom with this camera, like any DSLR camera. The zoom is on the barrel itself. It's mechanical. It gives you nice fluid motion. And I love this lens, you know, a very high quality lens. Very smooth action, and the build on this lens is quite nice. Okay, I'm going to take it back out into the regular shooting mode. To play back images, you push the playback button. And you can play back videos by pushing down. You got the built-in mics. And you also got the built-in speaker on this camera right there. To navigate, you can go left and right to look at the pictures. If I wanted to zoom in, I can use this command dial or actually I can use this command dial to toggle left and right, and I could use this plus sign to zoom in, zoom out, and back to get out completely. I can also push, I believe, the command dial inwards to zoom in quickly, and push out to zoom out quickly. If there was a portrait in this shot, I can actually push down, and it'll detect a face. It detects the face and zooms in, okay? To delete an image, you push the playback button. Okay, you can push the delete button. You can select frames, all frames, or that current frame. Push OK to delete. Pretty simple, okay? And of course, my other videos will show you the operations of this camera from shutter speeds, aperture. So don't forget to subscribe to my video, especially my top features video that's coming out soon. You can also follow me on Twitter at Fuji Guys. Until then, I am Billy of the Fuji Guys.